Hi, Christian, and welcome to the Tech Talk Show. Christian, welcome again to the Tech Talk Show. So let's start with Pharmatita, Christian. What is Pharmatita all about?
Well, Pharmateta is an organization I founded after exploring different areas in the pharma space. Talking about industry, community pharmacy. Well, I've not really worked in the hospital, but I made my own research. I still know that the thing is more like a general thing. So I think that was where I was doing my industrial training in a very big community pharmacy here in Nigeria. I got to know about the the fact that pharmacists and other healthcare providers, they are not tech savvy. Yeah, and the fact that they are not tech savvy is the main reason why we struggle in most of the things we do as healthcare providers. And then another reason why I founded Pharmateta is the fact that if we are going to be patient centric in our practice today, if we are going to focus more on the patients, if we are going to offer our pharmaceutical care to the utmost, like the best pharmaceutical care for our patients, then obviously we need to go beyond the counter. There is need for us to leverage technology. There is need for us to have certain skills, that we are going to combine so that we'll be able to reach our patients where they are. We are going to offer them the best care we can give them. Then we also need to advance the profession. But when I look around, I realize that uh, pharmacists they don't have these skills, and most of them are not even online. Most of them are just practicing within just the community. And then what about innovation? There are things you need to do for you to improve the way you do things in the space. Even in your community, for example, I practice in the community pharmacy now. There are things you can do to better the business. It's a business and it's a practice. You get so, and now that we're even moving towards moving to patient centricity, there is still need for you to advance. And the current technology here, if you don't know how to use it, you'll be displaced. So after going through all this, and I was like, okay, fine. What do we do? How can we make pharmacists tech savvy? How can we help them to learn how to leverage the current technology to better practice as pharmacists? And then I was okay, fine. Let me see what I can do. Let me form a community. We started as a community. Let me form a community where I'm going to help pharmacists to acquire certain skills and help them build their brands online and stuff like that. Then I thought about, okay, fine. Let's start a community that runs from the students. So they are pharmacy students today, and tomorrow they are pharmacists. So how about we help them? While you are staying in school as students, you have the time to do a lot of things like you can go to school. I mean, you are going to school, you are learning, and you still have enough time for yourself, play and all that. So why don't us kind of program something that will help students to acquire these skills while they are still in school? So by the time they graduate, they will know how to apply it, and even where you are going to work, so you have something new to offer, something new to bring to the table. So I was okay, fine. Let's start from there. So we now created a community for students, but with time we started seeing young pharmacists who are actually interested in tech. So we started building the pharmacist community as well. And today, by the special grace of God, we have over 1,300 pharmacy students across Nigeria in Pharmateta, and then we have about 300 pharmacists, young pharmacists in the Pharmateta community for the pharmacists. That's how Pharmateta came about.
I know you can go on and on and on.
I'm serious. So
I was just going to ask you, right, Christian, that what led you to specialize in digital pharmacy? But I think you already answered that question. So I'm just going to jump ahead now to ask you my next question, Christian. As a pharmacist who use these digital skills now, to do what you're doing, of course, you need to have some form of digital skills. So let me check with you. How do you see technology role changing in healthcare, especially here in Nigeria? So what do you think its impact will be on enhancing patient care?
The first thing I will say is the application of technology in healthcare will make healthcare accessibility easier. There will be no barrier. to healthcare. Anywhere you are, underserved region, anywhere, you can access healthcare with the right technology. With the right technology. And then these are the things that we can do as healthcare provider. These are the solution, the innovations we can bring in. I mean the technological solutions we can bring into the space, and then the people we are serving can leverage these technologies to reach out to us. They can leverage it to access healthcare wherever they are. You don't need to be in the village. You don't need to be where your patients where they are for you to offer them care. Yeah, we are in a digital age where currently we are talking. Yeah, I don't even know where you are, but then you know that's just a good example. Talking about something like telepharmacy, telehealth, you can offer care to anybody anywhere in Nigeria, and that is one part of technology that will really transform uh, the healthcare accessibility, especially in Nigeria. That's like the first one. And then when we talk about patient data, yeah, that one is another area where technology can is going to help change a lot. You talk about lack of access to medication. Yes, procurement and logistics. These are areas where if we have the right technology, not like if we have, we do have some, but if we have the right technology and then there is policy backing these technologies, then technological solutions, then we are going to have a better healthcare in Nigeria. Yes.
But I would like to touch on cloud computing just a little bit. I'm sure you're aware that I'm a cloud architect, right? And I'm a
Oh yeah,
Microsoft
yeah, yeah.
Azure. Yes, I'm a Microsoft Azure MVP. So let's touch on cloud computing for just a bit. You've mentioned one of the advantages, and you mentioned reaching out to people in the remote areas. I would like your perspective on the role of cloud computing in healthcare's future, right? And
Yeah.
what do you think, particularly reaching out to people in the remote areas now?
Cloud computing is actually the future, though we have it now, but then it's going to change a lot. Starting with patient healthcare. Yeah, starting with patient healthcare, the core competence of a pharmacist depends on the patient data. So if you really want to help a patient or a patient is going through one chronic ailment or anyone at all, you need to know the patient or have the patient history. And most times these stuffs are they're available in the hospital, but the patient will come to the community pharmacy being the first point of contact, where the primary, I'll call it primary health care. That's where the everybody goes to whenever you have any issue. You run down to the community pharmacy. Now most times these pharmacies don't actually have access to all the patient data. Now when we have a solution like a cloud, like where we store all the patient data in the cloud, the accessibility becomes easier. The medical doctors can actually document or upload the patient data, and wherever that patient is, the healthcare provider there can easily access those information and be able to give the right medication to that particular patient. So when we talk, even aside the patient data, you want to move from one hospital, probably you are living in Nigeria or anything, accessibility online, that's through the cloud, is something that cannot be overemphasized. Even in term of business, when you have all your like example, you have the inventory, it operate through the cloud now, right? So the inventory we use in the community pharmacy, the one in the what's it called, even in the hospital, most of the issue they have in the hospital is the fact that you document on papers. So by the time you write this patient data here, the next time they visit you, keep writing, you keep writing. The day that paper will lost, then the patient data is gone. But then with cloud engineer and when you store all the information in the cloud, the patient can access that data. Even when you lose that particular paper that you're writing it in, you can easily download it back, and then you still have the patient data. So I think that is a very good innovation, and applying it or generally accepting it in healthcare, we actually go a long way in bringing the future that we are looking up to. Yeah.
Okay, awesome, awesome. So, as someone who already delved into digital pharmacy now, what challenges do you predict in adopting digital technologies in pharmacy practices in Nigeria, right? So, and how do you think we can overcome perhaps some of these challenges?
Okay. Number one, I will say is the adoption. Like I said, it's not as if we don't have some of these technological solutions. We do, but adoption is another thing. Then uh, another one is the lack of the skills, the required skills to operate some of these technological solutions by the healthcare providers, which is what Pharmateta community is currently trying to, you know, correct. We are trying to equip pharmacists and pharmacy students with the right skill, help them to build their brand, bring them online, let people see them, let people hear from them. Yeah, that's another challenge that we might have in the long process. Um, Another one is policy, like government, all this. We know we have regulatory bodies and all that. There are things you cannot do online. Talking about patient data too. Yeah, you need to be very, 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 very careful about how you handle the patient data. Yeah, so that's why we have something like cyber security and all that. But even at that, some of them still used to leak, and it's something that can actually mar the profession. Yeah, when the patients start losing trust in the healthcare providers, then it's a very bad thing. uh those are the challenges. But then for the solution, well, when we have for the adoption, I believe policy, government policy, can actually we go a long way. When there is a policy that maybe all pharmacies should actually have an online presence. In that case, currently in Nigeria, we have over 122 million internet users. Yes, in Nigeria, currently as of 2024. Yeah. So if we have over 122 million internet users, that's more than half the country's population. Yeah, which is 200 million plus. Now, you have another thing. I think we have about 33 point something million social media users. So now let me create this scenario. We have about 4,000 community. That's like just not totally. Let's say not in total, but then let's say we have about 4,000 community pharmacies in Nigeria, community pharmacies in Nigeria, and now we have these 4,000 community pharmacies online. They have an online presence. How do you think the accessibility to healthcare is going to look here in Nigeria? Do you still think there are some people that will lose their mother or their father because they lack access to one medication? No, because when you don't have it here, you are going to get it there. And then in a state, we have more than 20 community pharmacies. So if we are going to leverage all these platforms, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, all the social media platforms, we have our presence there as community pharmacy and then as pharmacist as well. Um, Trust me, we are going to access to healthcare will be the problem or the challenge that people face as a result of lack of access to healthcare is going to be a thing of the past. So if you ask me, I feel government policy we actually go a long way. Then equipping them, the pharmacists and other healthcare providers with the right skills and bringing them online, giving them the digital presence they deserve. We go a long way. Yeah, yeah. Thank
Okay,
you very
awesome.
much.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, Christian. And I'm curious now, Christian, is that you mean that is your pharmacy, and can people order some of these online as well?
Obviously, we have our IG present. I can't be here when once I'm here, they are going to have. We have our IG, perfected pharmacy, on IG, and we have our WhatsApp is working. WhatsApp is one of the social media platform here in Nigeria that people use a lot. So if you own a pharmacy and or you're a medical, you're a healthcare provider, and your WhatsApp, you are not leveraging your WhatsApp, then you are missing a lot. Yes,
Okay.
because yeah, gone are the days where you go to radio station, though those ones still they are still applicable. But now if you leverage these social media platforms, you are going to take your pharmacy. That's why I target going beyond the counter. Yeah,
Okay.
going
Okay.
beyond the counter. Yeah.
Yes. Just quickly, Christian, before we wrap things up now, I'm sure some people might want to also just connect with you. How can people find you on socials?
Well, I'm very active on LinkedIn, being a professional social media platform. Yeah, you can find me. I'm Christian Chidoziem, the digital pharmacist. Yeah. And then on Instagram, same thing, the digital pharmacist. Um, Same thing with my Twitter handle. Yeah, the digital pharmacist.
Okay. Is there any last words now for those just leaving school? You left school not long ago, and you're already doing this. You're doing amazing work, by the way.
Well, one thing I want to say is the future that we hope for. The future, when you talk to somebody, you tell them the future is bright, the future is this, the future is that. That future is the sum of the things we are doing today. We are the one building that future. That thing you want to see tomorrow, when you work towards it today, then that tomorrow, which you see as the future, is the sum of the things you are doing now. If we are going to achieve a functioning digital pharmacy here in Nigeria, we need to start now. We need to start acquiring those skills now. We need to start making those research, finding ways that we are going to leverage something like artificial intelligence in our practice. Finding, you ask yourself questions: what are the innovative solutions that we can introduce in this space? So acquiring these skills, they are very, very paramount to us achieving that digital pharmacy in Nigeria. Healthcare accessibility and all that, we need to work towards it. And Format Theta, I thank God we are championing that area. Those that are already members, well, I'll just say you participate in all our activities. Those that are not, you join. If you're a student, I think we are currently in about 11 schools, pharmacy schools in Nigeria. And for the pharmacists, you can always ask about how to join Format Theta, and sure, I'm very sure most of the schools and all that, they know about Format Theta. We are connected, so they can reach out to me. Anyway, you can connect with me as well, and I'll help you to join this community, and you see the transformation you are going to, you know, that we have in the community. Yeah, something is going to take place once you join. Yeah.
Thank you very much once again, Christian, for joining me, for spending time with me on today's show. So you've heard it from Christian. If you enjoyed this episode, please comment, share with your friends so that some of your friends can also benefit from this. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. So on that note, it's a bye-bye from myself and Christian now, and I see you again another time. Bye-bye.
All right. Thank you very much, Mr. Kazeem. I really appreciate the opportunity to be here with you. And I hope our viewers, they are going to, today, they learn one or two things. So, yeah, that's a very good one. I hope to work with you all, meet you up next time. Thank you very much.
Okay. So we'll do this again another time. Thank you very much.
Yeah.